Good morning, everyone. So the science exhibition for the session 2022-23 St. Mary's Cathedral Higher Secondary School will start soon with the inauguration by our very own Principal Sir, Reverend Father Jason. Yes, the inauguration has started. Now the science exhibition is open for the whole school to see.
Come inside. This is begin.
Yeah, we start science exhibition. We have got some criteria to judge how you present it. First of all, the presentation carries 20 marks maximum, and the innovation, creativity, and the sharing of concept. These are the 4 criterion we have taken. So we wish you all the best, all the students. Let us give them big applause, all these students. Some of you teachers, you will see in your WhatsApp, there are links given to you for judging. Some of the teachers have given. So when you go around, open the mobile and check the link and put a mark for their performance. I wish all of you all the best. And also I thank the teachers and the students, those who have organized this one. First of it in this last 5 years time, that you have done so well. And let us enjoy this day. All depend on you, how you are able to explain to us, and you will score the mark. Wish you all the best. Thank you. So we start from number 1 or 3 here. Okay, why is that change? Okay. Please put the number 1 here, 2, 3. Okay, thank you. Okay, we come back.
Like that, correct, no?
Based on human anatomy. So human anatomy is basically the study of the structures of the human body. Scientists divided the human body into 11 ecosystems that is the skeletal, muscular, circulatory, respiratory, consists of tendons, bones, cartilage, and ligaments. Then we have the muscular system. The primary parts of the muscular system is to provide movement. The muscular system is of three types. Skeletal, which is attached to the skeletons. Then we have the smooth muscles. These are found in the organs or organ system, such as digestive and respiratory.
So thank you. We have so many to go. Okay, thank you. So all the best. Wish you all the best. Very good. Congratulations. Yes. Here you are with the rainwater. Yes. Please share with us your idea.
Morning. Our model is based on rainwater harvesting. Today, as we all know, we are facing a lot of scarcity of rainwater. It is mainly because of the lack of conservation of water and pollution of water bodies. You can see our first model flow chart here. Rainwater, how it can become conserved. It falls into the rooftop, and then from rooftop we collect it to the gutter, and then from gutter we store it in the storage tank. It can be used for hydropower, domestic uses, farming, livestock, and after all our uses here, it goes for groundwater recharge. And you can also see here, it is one of the simplest and the oldest method of self-supply of water for household uses.
Thank you. Okay, all the best. Yeah. Yes. What is on hydraulic? Huh? Sell.
Hydraulic press machine works on the principle of classical flow, which states that pressure and the point in the fluid is equal in all the directions. Hydraulic press machines works with a small amount of force and large force is exerted. It uses less noise and it is used for forging, molding, etc. It is also economical with materials. Thank you.
Very good. Now we will go next. My God.
Firstly,
Practical.
yes,
My goodness.
our experiment is based on urine test. It's based on biochemistry, and our topic is urine test, particularly to test the presence of sugar present in this urine sample. So here are the materials requirement for urine test. This reagent, this made up of sodium carbonate, sodium citrate, and copper sulfate pentahydrate. And this test tube holder, and spirit lamp. These are the materials required to do this urine test. Also, here are the sample which we did. Firstly, the procedure. We'll do the procedure now. So, in order to test this urine, firstly you take the test tube holder and then the test tube, and then take a dropper, and then take about 1 ml of urine sample in this test tube. And then about 2 ml of genetic solution in this urine sample. And then you heat it with the help of spirit lamp. This is called spirit lamp. Inside this, there is ethanol. And heat this for about 1 to 2 minutes. So after boiling this sample, you cool it down in the test tube, in the beaker. This is water. Now we can see the result. If the solution changes to green, then the sugar present in this sample is normal. But if it changes to orange and red, then the sugar present in this urine sample is high. So we can conclude that if this sample changes to orange and red, then the person has diabetes, high diabetes, which you call hyperglycemia.
What's the normal percentage of
Normal percentage is
sugar in human being? 0.5%.
if it reaches up to 1% to 2%, then we can conclude that that person has diabetes.
Okay. Thank you.
So today our topic is on effects of smoking on health. So smoking has different effects.
Start. Let's speak on.
So smoking affects our health in different ways, and today we'll be showing how the smoke enters the lungs and affects our health. So first we'll be using this tissue, as we know that lungs acts as a filter and filters the air. So the lungs filter dust and materials which enter the lungs through that. And so this we'll be using this tissue to show how it filters the smoke. So as we let the water flows out, the pressure inside the bottle gets low, which is why the smoke is being sucked inside. See, the smoke is coming inside.
After that,
So like this is a cigarette, and the parts of the cigarette are, this is the tobacco rod, and this one acts as a filter, this white thing. But see, as we light this cigarette, this thing turn yellow, and like although this acts as a filter, it doesn't filter the smoke properly. So like see, this tissue also turn yellow, and like as we can see that even all of the tissue also acts as a filter and filter the air. The harmful substances still enter the lungs and affects it. And this filter, the small filter is made up of bundles of thin threads which are bundled up. And like as the smoke enters the lungs, it affects the lungs by producing more mucus, which makes us cough. And the different types of diseases caused by lungs smoking are COPD, that is chronic obstructive pulmonary disease. It causes shortness of breath and damages the air sacs. These are the air sacs. These are the alveolus. This part is the lungs which is affected, and this is a healthy lungs. So as we smoke, the lungs get affected and it gets dark, and the air sacs also get damaged, which is why we have different types of diseases like COPD and emphysema and chronic. chronic pulmonary disease. So emphysema, it also causes damage. It also damages the airways, and it produces mucus, which makes us cough more.
Very
And
good.
that is how it affects our
Congratulations.
lungs.
Show us your face. Super. Good. Okay. Very good. Yeah. Here you are going to.
Hello, today me and my friends are going to do a project based on the topic Li-Fi. Well, first, what is Li-Fi? Li-Fi is a light communication system that transmits data through light. Li-Fi was first introduced by Harold Hess in the year 2011, and first I would like to ask you guys a question. Like, what comes first into your mind when I say the word Li-Fi? Anybody? Well, the answer is Wi-Fi.
Wi-Fi.
Wi-Fi, yeah.
Wi-Fi.
Well, what is Wi-Fi? Wi-Fi is a wireless communication system that transmits data with the help of radio waves. The similarity between Wi-Fi and Li-Fi is that they both transfer data wirelessly, but for Wi-Fi it transmits through radio waves, and for Li-Fi it transmits with the help of light, and as well as UV light and infrared waves.
So let.
Check. Yeah. So let me continue with that. So Li-Fi, when you Li-Fi, we SES told what is Li-Fi. So I'll tell you what goes on in Li-Fi. So we first put an input. Here we're using an audio. That is audio. We put it in an audio jack, which acts as the bridge, so that the data can go in. Then we use the LED. Here the LED. Here the LED. Here, as you can see, the LED will blink millions of times in a second. That we cannot perceive it so through the naked eye. Then the LED will transfer the data to the photo detector. Then the photo detector will again reconvert the data into the will transfer the data into the amplifier. Here we're using the speaker. Here we're using a speaker. So that the speaker acts both as a speaker and an amplifier, and then it gives an output. Let me show you how is it. As you can see, if I cover it like this, the music stops. If I open it like this, as you can see, the music is coming. And then if I cover it again, it's like this. This is because the LED is blinking millions of times in a second. It is blinking so much that we can use it for. Here you can see the LED blinking. But if we use an ultraviolet rays, or if we use ultraviolet lights, or either if we use infrareds, those are not visible to a naked eye. So we can use it at home, even at night. So the best example of infrared I can give you is CCTV cameras. This is the max volume for it. So in CCTV cameras at night, the CCTV cameras shine infrared lights, and then the infrared lights reflect. Since light has the property to reflect. So here I'll show you it again. If I cover it, it's no more receiving signals. If I open it again, it's blinking again, so it's sending signals. And then this signal is very fast. It's 14 times faster than Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi can transfer the data only in megabits, but this can transfer data in gigabits. So gigabits is greater than megabits, and it has the max potential of transferring the data in 224 gigabits per second.
Super. Very good. Very good.
Okay, good morning. Today our group number is number 10, and so my name is Segile, and today our group is going to be talking about human anatomy and the muscles and the use of enhancing drugs which are used in athletes, which are kind of illegal in some sectors of sports. So as you can see here, this is the human anatomy. So we'll first be discussing about the introduction of how the muscles work and how they are achieved. So whenever you move the muscles, this is the muscle fibers. So muscle fibers are always in bundle. So they will always be attached to each other like this. So and then when they are used, they always like have tendency to get worn out. So as you can see here, you can see some microfiber tears, right, in this small tears. That is how your muscles get worn out, and because of that, you need to eat a lot of food so that this muscle becomes stronger next time you work or you work out. So this is the short example introduction to how it is. So now, like, what are enhancing drugs? Enhancing drugs are like drugs which increases your metabolism as well as muscle. You become bigger and then you become stronger as well as that. So in some sectors like of Olympics, they are not allowed. There is a lady in India who was banned because of that. So because she was using steroids, so because of that she was banned from there. Now, there are types of PEDs. Okay, so PEDs are actually performance enhancing drugs. They enhance performance in day-to-day life. So like creatine, steroids, nitrophones, and then human growth hormones. Those are the examples. So benefits of PEDs. They have some benefits, but then they may increase muscle strength and body size. And then increase healing rate. Like you get a muscle tear, it may increase your healing rate. And then health benefits. So health benefits may even increase your immune system. And so those are the benefits, but side effects are a lot of side effects are there. They may affect your heart. They may once you use PEDs, you have to keep on using as a cycle, or else once you stop, you will get smaller in size. So youngsters usually take these things, and then they have like a tendency to anxiety becomes their problem, and then they go for like mental health and all, and then because of that they may cause social anxieties as well as if they use it, some people may positively affect or negatively affect. Positively affect, they will get a really good amount of muscle strength and growth, but then some negatively may cause acne in the body. So from head to toe, acne may come out, and then even like heart and then organs may be damaged because of the high metabolism of our body, our body cannot handle that much amount of metabolism. So because of that, like it may also cause that. So what we're trying to convey from this is that we have seen in movies and all that, everyone, usually the big guys, they don't say anything about it, they are not transparent about it, and then the youngsters usually get influenced by that and make them as an idol, and then once they go for this type of things, they also like kind of regret, and then they try to make them as an idol, and then they try to become like them, but they couldn't because of this type of drugs. Unless you take this type of drugs, you're not able to become those type of people. So this is just to aware, make.
Thank you so much. You are explained so well. Very good. Yeah.
So this, what is this?
Like our body muscles contract and expand, right? So like when this is the arm, okay, so this is the joint. So when I blow into it, contraction, expansion happen, and then our muscles pull our bones, and then when I put it back, it goes down. That is how like the basic muscles work in all our part of our body. Just from moving our neck, from our hips, everything works like that. It pulls up. Oh, thank you.
Very good. Very good. Congrats. Okay. Group number 11. Rain. What's that? Alarm. Please tell us what it is. Yeah.
So the model we should prepare today is about rain sensor. The main thing is sensor clip, and when the sensor clip is connected to the battery, and the buzzer or the alarm gets connected, and then it will give alarm gets connected and makes a sound, and then also the LED will glow, and then as the water gets collected, it will get collected, and then it will transfer it to the sprinkler, and then the and then the sprinkler will sprinkle through the agriculture crops. So the advantages is
Close by, we can't hear you.
so the advantages is that we can save a lot of money instead of buying water, and then it also helps in instead of terrace farming, instead of losing many waters, we can save a lot of water. There is one disadvantage is that if the water does not flow into the sensor bed exactly, it will not give an alarm.
Okay. Can you show us that alarm, the sound?
How it works?
Actually, but it's not coming out exactly.
Okay.
You need to fix, yeah.
Yes,
Oh,
it came out nice, yes.
Okay.
So,
Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Very good. Congrats.
First of all, good morning. Our model is based on the topic electrolysis of water. Firstly, let me introduce our topic, that is electrolysis of water. Electrolysis of water involves passing of electric current through water, which results in decomposition of hydrogen and oxygen. As pure water, as we can see here, pure water can't conduct electricity alone, so we're adding few drops of sulfuric acid to conduct electricity. And the things which we have used are water, picker, test tubes, graphite rods, 9-volt battery, and sulfuric acids. And this we can see here, this is graphite rod, and graphite rod is defined as the crystalline of element carbon.
And then, where do you use this electrolysis of water?
In the electrolysis of water is also used in for the International Space Station.
International
Space.
space.
Yeah.
This is to pass current or
To separate hydrogen and
to separate
oxygen.
this or to separate hydrogen
Yeah,
and
oxygen.
oxygen. So it is used in space
Station.
station.
After 15 minutes it will work.
So the positive is oxygen.
Oxygen, and this one is hydrogen.
Separating from water, separating oxygen and hydrogen.
Very good. Okay, we are here. What is this one? We do not know what it is.
So today we will be showing the process of making soap, and in terms of chemistry it is known as saponification. Saponification is the process that converts any oil, lipids or fats into soap when it is combined with sodium hydroxide. Today we are making hard soap and we use sodium hydroxide. We can also make soft soaps by using potassium hydroxide. Hard soaps can be used for washing and cleaning, but we cannot use it on our skin since it can be harmful. The materials required for making hard soap are glass beaker, a measuring cylinder, glass rod, a Bunsen burner or a spirit lamp, tripod stand, wire gauze, silicone mold, filter funnel, spatula, and sodium hydroxide. We can also use any type of oil, but for this we make with coconut oil. We use sodium chloride and food coloring if we want. We can also add essence. Now I'll tell you the procedure of how it's made. We add 7.5 gram of salt in 100 ml of water, and we have to mix it and heat it up. And when we're heating it up, we need the fatty acids, which we're using as the coconut oil as a fatty acid. We heat the coconut oil and we take 30 ml of water, 30 ml of the fatty acids in a measuring cylinder, and then we add the 30 ml of fatty acids in the salt solution, and we let it boil. We'll have to wait it for heating, and then before that, we know that the fat and the oil cannot dissolve by itself. So in order to make it dissolve, we need a NaOH solution. We took the sodium hydroxide pellets and added it into 100 ml of water, and we stir it, and heat is released when we are making the solution of NaOH solution. So when I add this, I'm not going to add this now because it's still heating and it's not boiled yet, so we have to wait for it.
But if I add this here, the oil and the water, it will get dissolved. The process is shown here. It's called emulsion. It will get mixed, and we have to keep on stirring it with a glass rod. Keep stirring it until it becomes a whitish paste. And then when it becomes a whitish paste, you bring it down, turn off the heat, and you can add desirable food colorings, which we used here. And you can also add essence, any smell you want. So you mix it, and we have prepared the soap here. As you can see, we have added here the soap in silicone molds, and this is the result that we got. My friend here will tell you the precautions needed while doing the process. As for the observations, after adding this inert solution to this coconut oil and sodium chloride, it will form into a whitish suspension, which will form the soap later. And then we'll be doing the litmus paper test too. Since it's not ready yet, we cannot show it now, but red litmus paper will turn blue when dipped in the suspension. This will show that our soap solution is basic in nature, and blue litmus paper will be unaffected. This shows that our soap is not acidic in nature. There are some necessary precautions too. NaOH solution should not be touched with our bare hands as it may burn the skin. We should not inhale the fumes of NaOH solution. They can cause mild or severe effects depending on the amount of exposure. Effects may include sore throat, sneezing, or runny nose. Okay. Any questions?
Is this soap usable, or did it have any reactions?
They can be used for washing clothes.
Surely. Sir, can you take and make a risk? Okay, whatever is good. Okay.
If it is more of acidic, then will it
will harm your clothes. We have proven that it's not acidic. It's already basic in nature from the litmus paper.
The soap should not be acidic.
Yes.
Okay. Super, good. Congrats. Group number 14.
Good morning, everyone. My name is KVT from Media. My friend, my members, Mr. Megalan and Tedosiba. This is our model. This is the process of converting steam energy to electricity. As we know that for using the steam energy, we know that we can't use directly the steam energy to produce electricity because it's not possible. But the main power of it is the steam energy. So it's going through a lot of process. Not many, but it goes through some process to produce electricity. So we've used the tin can for the container of it. We're using the Bunsen burner to burn it, and we have added water on it. And for the tin can, there's only two holes. The one for entering and one for exiting it out. We have added the water, and as the water has been boiled up, steam is being collected and has gone through this one pit hole. And as you can see, the lining of the steam, it is making the windmill to produce the wind, to spin it. And because of the DC motor, with the help of the windmill, it is producing electromagnetic field of the copper wires inside it, also known as the armature. And as it produces electromagnetic field. Just by the word electromagnetic field, you can understand that electric current is being produced. And as it has gone through some wires, and this energy can be stored. And as we can on and off, then produce electricity.
My question is that you are spending fuel for boiling this water, is no?
This is just for our model because we can use it from anywhere. We can just use it by the eruption of volcanoes or hot springs.
What about solar energy?
Solar energy, yes, could be in a possible way because if we use solar panels to burn water.
Otherwise you are spending fuel.
Yes.
It will be more expensive than the outcome.
This is just to show.
Okay, very
we're just explaining we can use it volcanic eruptions or maybe hot springs. The steam we can be collected. As the steam is much more powerful.
Very good. Congratulations. Very good. Let's go next. Group number 15.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Bizuko, and my friends are Razu, Kugoto, Buchoto, and Abito. So today our model is hydroponic model. So these days, farmers are facing a lot of difficulties in maintaining soil erosion and then messes of water use. So how farmer can conserve or adopt this method, can conserve to prevent this soil erosion is they can shift to different type of farming, like this hydroponic farming. So the discoveries, the histories of hydroponic farming are, the first discoveries was done in the 17th century by Francis Bacon, but he could not give the exact model. So in the later 1937, William Frederick gave a brief model, which he gave a better explanation. So we are currently using William Frederick model. The important of hydroponic model is it consumes less water 80% to 90% than the traditional method. And here, the hydroponic farming, in 1 year, they can produce twice, and that decreases the productions. They decreases the productions of harvest and consumptions. When we consider this in traditional method takes a year for the harvest and consumptions, and then the producing time is 3 to 10 times, and it requires a less space for these cultivations. And then there are some disadvantages and advantages. So I'll give to my friend Busuto.
So the disadvantages and advantages are, this is a commercial way of soilless culture, and since it's soilless, and we can do it anywhere, indoor, outdoor, and since it takes less spaces, so we can, first of all, it's water conserving, as the water flows from here and it goes from here. But the thing is, we were able to build a pump here, but due to water shortage of time, we were not able to build coils. The water out here would flow here, and it would have been pumped here, and so it will be water conserving. And it will be water conserving. And mostly, this is the flourishing way for the future cultivation for like agricultural industries. Since the human population is likely to increase, and there will be more usage of lands, and there will be less place for agriculture. This is one of the most best ways ways in which agriculture can be done in the future. And the disadvantages for these ones are like they contain the price of the infrastructure is high, and more of like if there are waterborne diseases, the plants die fast, and it needs continuous monitoring and also. So,
then I'll give the brief definitions about hydroponic farming. Hydroponic farming is a farming, or it's a concept of growing plants without the use of soil. It is grown through water solution. So we can see like this. Here, hydroponic farming, we don't use soil. We use only water solution to grow the plant. So we will show the functions. So here we can clearly see the water is passed through, and it allows the water is absorbed by the plant through its root. So it is we can say that it is a recycle, and we can reuse again and again.
So the water is normal water, can be of rainwater. Yes. And from where does this plant get its nutrients?
Okay, the plant get nutrients from an island.
This is present in?
It's present in water.
In the water.
Yes. So that's all.
Okay, thank you so much. Very good. Yes. Group number 16. Global warming and ozone depletion. Okay.
Good morning, everyone. Today, our model is on the topic of global warming and ozone depletion. We have chosen this model because of the things that we are facing today, like global warming. Due to ozone depletion, we are facing global warming and droughts and floods. So this model symbolizes the two arrows symbolizes the Mother Earth. On the other side, one is drought, and on the other side is floods. That is caused by the ozone depletion. One has a lot of rainfall. One is facing problems in it is having drought. So this is the main reason of to make this model. So what causes ozone depletion? The ozone layer is located in the stratosphere, which helps us to protect from the UV rays from the sun, which causes skin cancers, skin problems, droughts, and various life-causing things. So usually this ozone hole is caused by the chlorofluorocarbons and the hydrochlorofluorocarbons, which is generated from the refrigerators as well as smokes from the vehicles, which causes hole. So due to this, it causes global warming, like the droughts, the floods, and to explain this now,
this part of the Earth symbolizes that the result of global warming and then the depletion of ozone layer. Due to the hole in ozone layer, there's increase in temperature on Earth, and it causes global warming. And the floods caused by global warming is due to the hole in ozone layer. Due to the heat, water bodies they get vaporized, and due to the increase in vaporization of water bodies, rainfall there is an increase in rainfall in a place. So because of the increase of rainfall in a place, there flood causes, and due to increased temperature, here drought. It is caused due to the increased heat and temperature, which causes drought, and then by which the soil the moisturize the soil moisture gets absorbed because of heat, and due to which the water gets absorbed in a place, and then the moisture of the soil is absorbed, so the land dries up, and then these bones and skulls and the dead bird symbolizes the dead without water. The dead without water. We human beings, we don't only need water to drink or for our circulatory system to work. We need it for our daily life. We need whether for cooking or anything, any purpose, we need water. So
very good. Your concept is very clear. Very good. You have not brought any extra things. You have just made a model, no? But your explanation is very clear. So communication is correct, no, sir. Nothing to ask about it. Because there is nothing, just a model, and you are explaining to us that's the reality, the concept. Very good. Congratulations. Okay. Group number 17. Smoke.
Smoke absorber.
Okay. Smoke absorber. Right. Okay.
Smoke absorber.
Yes. Okay. All the best. Let us hear.
Good morning, everyone. Myself, Terango of 11C, and we prepared this model for the exhibition. My friends here will be explaining the function.
Myself, Daniel Ahmed. Myself, Suyegito. Myself, Visufri. We've made a small figure about the model about here. It's designed to on the area where it's excess outside. But we made a little modification about it. The pipe that enters through it's negatively charged, just like it's negative and it's positive. The point C is the main process about it. We mostly found it in the fan. We mostly use this one, it's command, you know it. It is the point C is due to the aerodynamic design of the plates. The plates are slightly bent towards the direction bent. And the point A and B are just the completely opposite of it.
Where is the point C here?
The point C is here.
Okay.
And in the model is
Absorbing fan. These two fans are used for absorbing, and this one is used for exhaling.
Where do we use this usually for the public? Where do we use this?
We can make it useful in like kitchen industry. So take this as a kitchen, and if you burn something in kitchen, it will eventually produce a lot of smoke. So in order to exhaust the smoke out of the room, then we absorb the smoke from this two fan and we'll exhaust it from the other one.
Is the same place this system is used in the smoking place, cigarette smoking place, corners? Is it the same thing? At the airport and other places we are seeing cigarette smoking place, corner.
I've not seen the team, but we made it by ourselves.
Okay. I mean, is it applicable into that cabin?
It might be.
Where do we use?
It's mostly used in soldering, like the
In which places?
Factories and kitchen.
factories. Mostly in hotel you can find it.
Okay.
So if we don't want to pollute the environment, then we can add filters.
Okay.
We can change it time to time.
Okay, very good. Congratulations. Good.
Do you want me to show you how it works?
Yeah, you smoke and show us.
This is smoke.
Yes, smoking.
I think this is the kitchen, and we are burning something.
Oh, it's functional. Okay.
Yeah, it's absorbing the smoke and releasing it outside the environment. And if you don't want to pollute the environment, like I said, we
Please
can
put a filter. They are polluted here.
Yeah, you are.
Sorry,
The same smoke is coming, right?
Just show a filter, yeah.
The filter can be done in a simple way. Just a point where it can be attached to it. It can be
This way. So now that filter will
absorb the smoke dirt and will release some fresh air.
Okay.
And we can change it time to time the filter.
The filter can be can be some sort of specific filter.
Yeah, which absorbs the smoke.
Not this ordinary, right?
Okay, very good. Thank you. Very good.
Pollution.
Yeah. There are many speakers running. Yes.
So,
Group number 18. More. What is that?
our model is modern periodic table.
Okay.
This can be seen in physics, chemistry, and biology. And although as of now, the scientists have found out 118. So firstly, it also has a history. The first one who classified these elements was Johann de Bruyne in 1817. And these are some of the popular scientists who contributed a lot in this arrangement of these elements. We have John Newlands in 1863, Dimitri Mendeleev in 1869, along with Molotov Meyer, and Henry Moseley in 1913. And all these things are classified into 18 groups, as we call them. And then we have 7 rows. And these things are separated from the periodic table because their electronic configuration, chemical properties are different from the table. So they can be put up in this table, and the scientists are also still trying to find out many elements which have to be added up to this table. And so recently, in 2021, the scientists have found out this nihonium, moscovium, deniscent, and organiscent. So this periodic table helps us in the study of elements. It makes it more easier, and it helps in discovering new elements. And these are some of the general knowledge that we can gain. As we know, this hot sun, it's made up of hydrogen, and our bones are made up of calcium. That's why we take more milk to make our bones stronger. And fruits and vegetables are made up of potassium. And then there is a surprising facts about the periodic table. It's written here, and there is one fact, interesting fact, that this periodic table, it caught up the interest of the scientists when they were playing cards. See, it's written here, the periodic table reflects its creators' love for card games. It's really interesting. If we study more and go inside more, it's like the makes the science world more wider, and it's very interesting to learn. Although it's quite hard to understand, it's very necessary. And then starting from class 8, 9, 10, all of us, we have to learn at least up to 30 elements. So, thank you.
Very good. You are super. Show us your face also. Your performance is really super. Yes. And there is one, yeah. Beautiful ladies and beautiful preparation and presentation. Okay. Congratulations. Very good. Yes. Yes. Continue. We'll go to the next. 19. Yeah. All the best. Yes. 19. Group number 19. Preservation of?
Lab specimens.
Okay.
So I'll just give a brief introduction on what we're doing here at Group 19. I am Stacey Pulet. I'm giving a So because of the nature of our demonstration, we're going to keep our masks up.
Okay.
So what we're discussing is preservation of lab specimen. The reason why we chose this topic is it's something you cannot avoid as a student. Even if you're not taking science, like right now, these juniors here that are surrounding us, they're not yet science students, but they are taking science for sure, and they've for sure seen all these sort of lab specimens in their lab, and it's a very important part in biological research that we come to understand, study the small, intimate details of specimens in our day-to-day lives, even in exotic examples like this. And so here we're showing two different methods of preservation. This is wet, this is dry. So in wet preservation, we use three chemicals. We use formalin, ethanol, and isopropyl alcohol. Isopropyl is this liquid here that we see, and formalin is used to be injected in this specimen that we have here as a demonstration.
It's inside the body.
Yes,
Okay.
it's been injected. So it's been to clear it out. We've washed it with distilled water, not regular water. So as you can see.
Chuha.
Yes, it's white red. And how we know that it's a white red is because on closer inspection, we can see that the tail is a little shorter than mice.
Okay.
Yes, so we can tell that it's a red. And then this is kind of why we preserve specimen, because we can see the smaller details in the specimen. So now they're washing it, and after washing it, they will inject it with ethanol. So usually formalin is used. In these specimens here, formalin has been used. But the reason why we're not using formalin today is because it's highly toxic. And then as you can see, we're all crowded up right now. It's not a very good environment to have such a toxic chemical. So we're using a non-toxic alternative. It's still just as good. Formalin is the gold standard, but that's fine. And so we're going to inject it in every body part. So
You guys can be the future scientists.
And then while they're preparing it, while they're injecting it, I'll also explain these dry specimen. So in dry specimen, what we do is we can dry smaller ones, usually it's smaller specimen that's dried up, and then we can preserve it as a skeleton, or this is a special one. We don't have it in our lab yet. This is resin. This praying mantis here, we've encased it in resin. After freezing it, you euthanize it. This right here, it has died of natural causes, but this one we've euthanized using freezing because it's an ethical way of euthanizing animals. It's painless for them. And why bother with ethical methods? It's because we're still dealing with living beings. We're not mindlessly killing for our own joy, so we have to practice ways in which we can peacefully obtain specimens. So while they're injecting it, I'll explain why this one is a little more special. It's because how do we hold it and have a closer look, and you can see that in comparison to these other ones,
They look very lively.
yes. So we
Bigger
can,
is seen.
yes, we can still see it like the way it would be when it was living, and then compared to the wet specimen where it's
They're
kind
all
of,
dead looking.
yes, they're bloated.
They're alive.
Yes. And then here you can't see more than you can't see the flesh.
Very good.
Yes. And then you can still have a very clear look to the small details. And so here injected it with ethanol, and then we're going to use a glass container. So the reason why we're using a glass container is because it's easier to see, it's transparent, you can get a better, closer look at the specimen. And with that logic, why not use this plastic container instead? It's because glass is inert in nature, and so what that means is it doesn't react with chemicals that easily. So you can see here, these ones have been preserved for months, even years, but they're still good. Whereas, say for example, if we did this with the plastic one, there's a chance that it might warp, it might shrivel. And so they'll carefully place it in there. And then one more thing to note about preserving specimen is that it has to be in perfect condition. Say for example, if I handed you a textbook with half its pages ripped out, that's the same thing as having an imperfect specimen. We can't study it in its entirety. We don't have the whole picture, and that may lead to errors in our study. So it has to be perfect in the condition, and that's why we prefer it to be dead with natural causes or by freezing.
Let me ask you something about the side of the law.
Yes, yes.
Environmental law.
Yes.
Are you killing the snake and bringing, or dead animals you bringing?
They're already dead. They died of natural
Okay,
causes.
dead animals.
Yes,
Okay.
They died of natural causes.
Okay.
And if your specimen has any type of bruise or cuts, you cannot preserve it. It has to die of natural cause.
Okay. Very good. Then what about this white rat you are injecting? Is it the same process for human body to be preserved? For
Yes.
example, to transfer a dead body to America. Are we using the same method or something else?
Yes, it will be very similar.
Similar.
Yes, yes.
We have to use formalin.
Formalin.
Yes,
That
formalin.
we inject.
Even for this one, formalin is preferred, but yeah, because of our because there's a lot of people in proximity today, we're choosing non-toxic alternatives.
Very good. Congratulations. Very good. Now we go next. Okay. Number 20. Electroplating. Okay. Very good. Yes, explain to us.
So what we have here is an electroplating setup. The solution we have here is made up of copper, sulfate, and vinegar solution. We made this solution so that in order we make this solution with a ratio of, if we take about 100 ml of vinegar, then we put about 10 grams of copper sulfate. So in electrolyte, there are no electrons, so electricity can't be.
Is it harmful?
It's not harmful.
Because we get some kind of.
This is vinegar.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's vinegar.
it's vinegar.
Okay. Okay. No issue of standing here. Okay. Tell us.
So when we connect this and this end to a battery, right, we connect the metal to be electroplated to the negative side and put this in the electrolyte. In the electrolyte, there are no electrons, so the flow is constituted by flow of ions. Ions are charged particles, so the copper ions in here will move towards the negative terminal of this battery and slowly deposit over the metal we are about to electroplate. As you can see this clearly, right? This is a piece of graphite taken from a pencil. The copper is deposited over this. It has many applications, namely
This electroplating, what is the function to the life? What for it we use?
we use it in everyday life. Those iron nails we use are mostly electroplated with zinc in order to prevent rusting and corrosion.
Okay.
Also, it is also used in jewelry.
Okay.
And also used in circuit boards in order to make them conductive. There are many advantages to electroplating. However, there are also some few disadvantages.
Okay.
A few of them include, like this liquid we have here, if it's not treated properly, if it's not deposited properly, then it can cause harm to the environment and so. However, the advantages outweigh the disadvantages. So it's still a much better way of coating an iron with another metal. And let's see. What we have here is just some iron metal. So when you put this in this solution, you will observe a reaction where the bubbles will just, you can see clearly.
Something is coming. Yeah, smoke type. Something is coming.
So if we pull this out, we can see some black oxide forming over here. This black oxide is black copper oxide, which is formed due to reacting with the metal. The oxide on this metal has reacted with this copper, so it forms this oxide.
Does it affect your hand when you hold like this?
No, it doesn't affect. It just this layer is much easier to remove than compared to copper coin. Yes. What we have here is a copper coin. This coin has been deposited with copper metal. It cannot be removed easier. So, any questions?
Yeah, understood. Yeah. Very good. Congrats. Okay. We'll go to the next one. All the best. Continue.
Okay, sir.
Yes. Group number 21. The town. What is your title?
Smart city.
Smart city. Okay.
Very good afternoon. Our model is based on a smart city. A smart city is an infrastructure based on technologies and sustainable development. And the main goal of the smart city is to promote economic growth and to improve the life of the citizens. So this is our smart city diagram where we have hospitals, militaries, public toilet, school, Department of Energy, traffic points, traffic lights, dial office, fire station, apartment, and bar. And in the park we have the Ferris wheel and the controller slides. My friend will explain you about the Ferris wheel.
Ferris means man of steel, and it came from the Latin word ferrum and iron. It works with the help of a hydraulic motor and electric pump, which helps rotating it, and it works in a rotational motion, and the people inside it moves in circular motion. Thank you.
We see some switches there. Will you show us something practical? That is for park. Okay. You develop it and we'll have a park like this here. St. Mary's Park. Yeah, okay, we understand. Yeah. So all the best, okay? Very good, congrats. Next group, group number 22.
So the name of our team is Team Tesla.
Team?
Team Tesla. So what you are seeing here is a schematic diagram of Tesla coil. It is also shown this here, but if you want to see it, we have also drawn and kept here. All the components we have listed it according to how they are arranged. All the components according to turn by turn we have kept it. So the reason why we chose Tesla coil is Tesla coil, the main thing that we get from Tesla coil is wireless electricity. So it was invented and it was developed and prepared and made by Nikola Tesla in 1891 on his plan to develop wireless lighting. So our Tesla, it has consists of a 9-volt battery which is connected to both the anode and cathode to their opposites. And we have a switch which it controls the current, which ons it, and then it sends the lighting to the
transistor and a resistor. So the transistor, main thing of the transistor is, since the battery is a DC, we use the transistor to convert the DC into AC battery so that it can be absorbed by the Tesla, we can be absorbed by the coil. And the resistor, it controls the flowing current so that there is no short circuit or there is no exploit. There's no such kind of a damage. So the current goes through the coil number 1, which consists of 2 turns. And then we have a bigger coil here, which consists of 160 coils. So this coil, they are the main source where the main power is here, the main current. So the reason why we have this aluminum coil on the top, the ball, is because to avoid the current from going out, we reduce the flow of current from going out.
Can you show us something here on? That's some practical.
So when you open the switch, the bulb glows if you open the switch.
Okay.
But because it's in the daylight, so you can't see it clearly.
Oh, okay.
We were actually gonna use a CFL bulb, but it's daylight, so you can see it. It's actually glowing, but you can't see it clearly.
Okay.
So this is our project.
Very good.
So the main motive of this project is to provide electricity wirelessly, and the main principle of this project is EMI, electromagnetic induction. Thank you.
Okay, very good. Thank you so much. Next. We'll go to the next. Group number. Is it number 1? Okay, group number 1.
Good morning. We are from class 11C, and the name of our model is Hydroelectric Dam. This is the mini model of a dam, and that's how an actual dam looks like. This is a reservoir where the rainwater is stored, and then it moves through the penstock, and when the dam is turned on, it moves the turbine, which includes the powerhouse, generators, then powerhouse, and goes to the electric transmission towers, where it goes to the transformers, and then provides electricity in the houses.
Very good. Now you have to, yes, good model, but you have to develop again. You have to spend more money on this. No. Very good. I mean, to bring and show us the electricity.
Yes.
No?
Yes.
So thank you. You have something more? Is it burning there?
Yes.
It's pity because it is too bright here.
Yes.
Okay, good. Congratulations, okay? Super. Next. Chemistry. What's that? Mahmoud? What is this?
Mammoth toothpaste. So today we will be doing an experiment called mammoth toothpaste.
Toothpaste.
Yes, it is not a toothpaste, but because of the massive forms that it creates, we call it mammoth toothpaste, hence the name.
Mammoth means?
Mammoth means elephant.
Okay.
But today we'll be using, the materials that we are using is concentrated hydrogen peroxide, 30%, liquid detergent, potassium iodide as a catalyst, food coloring, and we'll be doing the experiment today. We're pouring 50 ml of hydrogen peroxide, and which is like, we'll be adding food coloring to it to dramatize the effect. Also, like to speed up the effect, we're using a catalyst. It is potassium iodide. This experiment today is all about what happens when we decompose hydrogen peroxide. We're adding liquid detergent to hydrogen peroxide to trap the oxygen in the form of bubbles. Now we'll be adding potassium iodide.
Can we stand here? Any explosion will take place?
No.
No.
Now no explosion. As you can see, there are like massive foam formation and bubble formation. This is oxygen. The bubbles are trapping the oxygen. And this might look like a fun activity, but it is also dangerous. Like you can see, when you add pepper, it burns the pepper. Because it is an exothermic reaction.
Oh, dangerous.
Yes, it is dangerous. Like, you can't touch it with your hand. It will cause a burning sensation to your eyes and nose.
Okay. Very good. So this can be used for as a toothpaste.
Yes, this is used as a fun party trick. No, this is not used as a toothpaste, but
Okay.
fun party trick. Also showing, displaying science. Displaying science and, oh yes, learning science.
Very good. Congrats. Let's give them big applause. Yes. Yes, we go to the next. Done. Thank you. Infinity mirror.
Good morning, everyone. Today we'll be explaining our model. This infinity mirror. This thing here is called an infinity mirror. And first of all, what is called an infinity mirror? Infinity mirror is a configuration of two or more parallel or nearly mirror, creating a series of smaller and smaller reflection that appears to be infinity. And it was first made and introduced by a female artist called Yayoi Kusama in 1965. While experimenting on her art, she applied it in her work to make it more beautiful. And how does this work? How does it work? Or how? What things we need to make these things up? The first mirror is called a two-way mirror, and the second mirror is called a blank mirror. This is our looking mirror, and the thing we put in the middle is a LED light. This is a modern LED light. And how does this work? It works because this light emitting something diode create something. The light bounces back because bounce upside and down because of that something two-way mirror and something like two-way mirror and the main mirror because of increasing to this infinity mirror.
Okay, very good. Congrats.
Class 9 and 10, please proceed to your classes.
This is our working model.
Those who have finished,
See, the sugar dark. And that was not even the half a cigarette. It was just top, right? We just burn it top and see this or that the sugar dark. This is the same one. The same one.
And the LED will like for LED will be like just in terms of millions per second.
Спасибо.
When you voice or flow, it's just a set.
How does it look?
Yes. The model requires a battery sensor, so
the main thing is sensor plate, and the sensor plate need to get connected to the jumper wire. The plate is weak and this is this. And this is the buzzer, and then this I can come around. So when this one goes,
You're making the soap now.
yes. We've mixed the hydroxide, sodium hydroxide.
Will it take time?
Yeah, it's
How many minutes?
until it's thick.
Half an hour.
And more than that.
This one has to get thick.
Yes.
Sometimes.
Okay. There are holes.
With water and minerals.
It's a cycle. It's a cycle.
It's for all crops. So how long before the plant dies? How long before the plant dies? How long before the plant dies?
I didn't got the answer like question. I didn't got the question.
Before your plant dies.
How long before the
How long?
Soil dries up. And the skulls and bones, here symbolizes the death without water.
Chicky, don't run away.
It is a cycle. It is a cycle. Because when kitchens to release out the air, to release all the smoke, so to make it less harmful.
You burn your food in the kitchen, there will be a lot of smoke produced, right? So take this as a kitchen, there will be a lot of smoke produced, so we can use this device to exhale the smoke into the outer environment.
Why do we don't just put chimney when we do the
It takes a lot of
It was rejected, right? It was rejected because if we arrange atomic number, the chemical properties different. And then this problem, and then so in short, no, just kidding. Okay, thank you so much for listening.
Sir Sachin, say hi.
Class 10, please proceed to your classes. Dear students of class 9 and 10, please proceed to your classes.